Don't wait in endless arcade lines to play Killer Instinct. It comes to the Super NES with action, graphics, and sound that annihilates all other combat games. Fulgor, Jago, B Orchid, Spinal, and all your favorite warriors contend in the Ultra Tech KI tournament. Each combatant engages in the KI combo theory of connected moves and finishing tactics to destroy their opponents, with incredible displays of eye lasers, ice lancers, wind kicks, and laser blades. These fearless fighters prove their battle prowess. But remember, if you lose, it's 0-0. This is Killer Instinct, a fighting game from Rare and published by Nintendo, released in 1995, and probably one of the better fighting games we've looked at in a while. Of course, it was originally developed by Midway, and Rare worked on it, and then it was an arcade game. Nintendo got involved later, where it was ported to the Super NES and the Game Boy. It has a plot. All-powerful corporation organized a fighting tournament. The story was adapted in a limited comic book series, published under the short-lived Acclaim Comics imprint. Remember those? No? Nobody else does either. Killer Instinct has several elements unique to fighting games at the time. Instead of fighting best of three rounds, each player has 2 life bars. We deplete the other life bar within the first match wins. Auto doubles, which features allow the players to press a certain sequence to make characters automatically perform combos on opponents. Also featured in the game are combo breakers. Remember those special defensive moves that can interrupt combos. Critically acclaimed, it was followed up by a sequel, Killer Instinct 2, later ported to the N64 as Killer Instinct Gold, as well as a 2013 revival of the franchise as a launch title for the Xbox One. Retrospectives by various publications included among the best fighting games of all time. In 1994, Nintendo signed a license with WMS Industries, Midway's parent company, which enabled Midway to develop and market games using the early arcade-based versions of the Ultra 64 platform, later to become the home console and then be renamed to the N64. And they formed a joint venture called Williams Nintendo to market Nintendo-exclusive home conversions. Killer Instinct was announced as the first of these games. Initially released in '94, the arcade, based on the Ultra 64 hardware, is different than the home console versions, which would be renamed to, or the Ultra 64 being renamed to the N64. The N64's release was delayed, and the game was converted to the Super NES and the Game Boy. It's the first arcade game to use an internal hard disk, in addition to ROMs, that stores massive amounts of data, thereby giving it the ability to have more detailed graphics. In the SNES port, many of the features found were altered, downgraded, or removed. The graphic detail was vastly reduced and the sprites are smaller. The stages with 3D panning camera were simplified into 2D panning using parallax scrolling or Mode 7, thus simulating the pseudo 3D effect. Zooming and scaling were removed. Some stages were redesigned, and full motion videos that show the characters after video were mostly replaced by still images. Voice samples and sounds were shortened or removed, and the music quality is lower. Which makes sense, you had to cram it onto a cart. It was a commercial hit and gained some critical acclaim. EGM stated that for now it is the undisputed king at the arcade, and Next Gen said that it's not the breakthrough title we're waiting for, and sooner a new genre has to explode. But for the moment, at least, Nintendo plans the Ultra 64 is progressing smoothly, and they gave it an A+. The Super NES version got an A, was praised for its quality of the port by Entertainment Weekly. GamePro said that it suffers from a low frame rate, and it's missing some of the best sounds, and complained that the combo makes it too easy. However, they concluded this version isn't flawless, but it's surprisingly addictive and fun to play. CVG gave it a 93%, EGM 7.75 out of 10, Next Gen gave it 3 out of 5, Nintendo Power gave it 3.5 out of 5. And I kind of like Killer Instinct. It's definitely better than some of the other fighting games we've played, but I wouldn't say I love it. It's still no Street Fighter, but I think I'd rather play Killer Instinct over Mortal Kombat most days.